Okay, I don't think anyone would argue that there are a lot of underappreciated things about Peg that we don't quite respect enough. And she's kind of the glue that holds our family together and the matriarch of this little clan, so I think it's appropriate that we say a few things to toast her. I've known her for almost 5 years now. I met her actually before I met Anne. I don't know if you guys all knew that. And I've known her as a son-in-law for 3 years in December. So I'd like to talk about a few things that I've noticed about her in my time living with her and knowing her before that. Chief among them, her kindness and her tenacity. And it's her kindness that I have the most experience with. She's incredibly selfless. Back when I was just a Carl's Jr. employee, not even her son-in-law or her future son-in-law, she would bring me milk. And this was back when I had just moved out. I was living on minimum wage and paying rent, and I wasn't eating a lot. And so getting this gallon of milk here or there, she'd bring me food. She'd even bring me Subway sometimes. That really got to me. You know, it really endeared me to her and the family in the first place. And I think a lot of that is why I'm a part of this family in the first place. And her kindness comes from a real deep selflessness, a real deep generosity. When she does things, she doesn't do them halfway, and she does them out of the kindness of her own heart and her own pocket. For example, that Subway sandwich, it was never just a 6-inch sandwich. She said, nope, you're getting a foot-long sandwich. And I think that's something that a lot of people who are around Peg deal with on a daily basis and kind of take for granted, and I'm chief among them as someone who lives with her today. And that kindness runs parallel in a lot of ways with her tenacity. She's incredibly resilient. She raised 3 children pretty much by herself, and she stayed true to herself throughout this process without losing her sense of integrity and losing that kindness and that generosity that I talked about in the first place. When life throws a curveball at Peg, she just keeps on going. As Kenneth Copeland would say, she's an overcomer. Scripture says she's someone who overcometh the world, not the other way around. Even in the day-to-day things, she doesn't compromise herself. She's not bitter, and there are a lot of people who've been through a lot less than her who come out bitter at the other end, and that's another reason people would look at Peg and not think that she's somebody who's gone through all this. And it's another reason I think we take her tenacity for granted. It's my hope for my own son one day that he would be so lucky to have a mother-in-law like you. Thank you, Peg. This toast is to you.